Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Ray. You can find me online. Woo! At Ramen Brownie, so that's on PSN, CFN, IG, Twitter. Hit me up. I might not ignore you. No guarantees. So, welcome to my Street Fighter V vlog series, and this is part of the Street Fighter V tutorial series that I'm shooting. And it's meant for beginner to intermediate players because I want to help people learn how to figure out Street Fighter. I'm not going to just like directly say, this is how you play Street Fighter. There's a process to learn how to play the game. And that's what I want to impart to you guys. So the vlog series is really just like random mutterings and utterances and observations that I have that I'm hoping are useful. And if you've clicked on the clickbait title today, which I hope you have, I want you to really take this to heart. Sometimes your online losses really just don't matter. And to take that with the same grain of salt, sometimes your online wins don't matter as much as you think they do. So I'm just going to get into the game. I got fight request on. I'm going to go into training. This is what I normally do. And the reason I'm making this vlog in particular is today is Thursday. It's March 24th, 2016. A couple days ago, I think it was Tuesday, Sony and Capcom did like, the server updates. So the servers are down for maintenance and stuff. And, I was at work because everything's like Pacific Standard Time. And I live here on the East Coast. So when I got home at night, the servers were back up. Matchmaking was working okay. So I was like, alright, let's hop on. And some stuff happened that got me like really salty. What basically happened was, as you can see, I'm like around 1,000 league points right now. And I'm usually floating around that level. What happened was I faced a Ken who had like 1,400 league points. And this dude was playing me like I was free, Like he was reading everything and he was just annihilating me and he taunted me. Twice. So he won like both rounds straight and he had most of his life left. And it wasn't until I like gave it some time and came back to it and watched the replay and I realized like he's not that good. The problem was I'm playing online. Now I'm wired. I ran a line all the way over here from the room over there where all the utilities and stuff are. But, sometimes online introduces all sorts of crap. So what was happening was one of us was like playing behind the other. And, I don't know which one of us was playing behind. And it doesn't really matter. What really matters is this guy was going in there and he had like just all the time in the world to react to what I was doing. It's like there was a desync issue between our clients. So when he did something, it looked like he was doing some godlike stuff. And when I look at the replay, and then I remember how it actually went down in my mind, and I'm trying to figure out if I'm being like super salty about it. What honest to God happened was I was playing behind this dude, or he was playing behind me. And what that means is what's happening on my screen and what's happening on his screen aren't the same. And usually that's the case in online. But when you've got a bunch of desync going on, this dude went up for jumps, well after I had jumped. Like he had like 3 seconds to decide what he was going to do. And he had another couple seconds to decide which button he was going to hit. But what really got me is when he jumped, I had already landed, and I was already like, ready with my standing or my crouching medium punch, which are pretty fast attacks. And this guy, without getting a reversal, popped off a DP, straight off his recovery. And what I mean by a reversal is when you do something, you have at the end of that movement recovery frames. So at the end of recovery, you're back to neutral, you can act again, okay? So when you act on that very first frame after recovery's over, that's a reversal. So usually when he jumps in and he recovers, and he acts on that first frame, boom, he gets a recovery DP, which should hit me like just about every time if I'm doing anything besides blocking, which is understandable. But when I'm in the middle of an attack, it really doesn't make any sense how he's able to get priority over me when he should still be at the end of his recovery frames. And then looking at the replay, it's like, well, he's like well out of recovery. So what I'm seeing and what's actually happening on both screens isn't at all accurate. So that's basically it, man. You know, in the same way, like, you know, sometimes your losses don't count. Sometimes your wins really don't count. Because just yesterday, I played two really good guys. And both of them DC'd like either just before I beat them or just after I beat them. And I was thinking to myself, like, if this guy DC's on me, this one dude was like a Vega player, or like, I don't know, something close to like 2,000 league points. And I was like, if he DC's on me, I'm not going to be mad about it. Because he's not playing the way he should play, because the lag is so bad. It's like PowerPoint Fighter 5. You know, there's just like, if you watch that right there, right there, when the fight launched, that right there was just laggy as hell. So, you know, when they DC'd, I didn't blame them. I'm like, whatever, dude. I was like, I'm not gonna be mad about this. I'm not like, oh, I'm losing out on points. 'Cause I didn't feel I was losing out on points. Because those guys weren't playing the way they would normally play in better conditions. That's the thing about online. You don't always have really good conditions to play under. You know, you're not always where you think you actually are. Your range isn't always what you think it is. You know, what's happening on the screen isn't representative of what's actually happening in the fight. Oh, do you think I had more for you? That's all I really had. That's all it was about. You know, I can keep it short and sweet every once in a while. But anyway, stay tuned for the tutorial. So the whole point of the tutorial, besides helping out, you know, people who have less or more skill than me actually break through whatever plateaus we're in the middle of, like I am in a massive plateau. The point of it is for me to break out of that plateau. And for all the techniques and stuff that I'm showing you that I received by osmosis and by figuring stuff out on my own, maybe those will help me advance and really get my game to where I want it to be. Because I've been playing Street Fighter since like number 2 in the arcade in '91, where I could do a Hadouken and I could do a Tatsu, and I couldn't for the life of me figure out how to do a DP until one of my friends showed it on his SNES. You know? It's like, I've always loved the game. I've never really been all that great at it. Street Fighter 3, all the way through Third Strike, from arcades all the way through Third Strike on Dreamcast. That's where I spent a whole ton of time playing Street Fighter. 4, not as much. Ultra, once it came to PS4, I started playing a bunch. But Street Fighter 5 is where I really actually put a lot of concerted effort into it. And, I mean, it's a great game. I hope you guys play it. I hope you guys love it. And I hope that maybe if you watch my series, you can get better at it and you keep with it. Because that's really what it's about. It's about growing the fighting game community and having fun playing this game and games like it that we all love. So, I'm Ray. You know where to find me. Deuces.